Welcome back to the You Have to Wear Something podcast, a culture and fashion show focused on wardrobe identity, history, and social impact. Sponsored by ShopGeo, an online destination for curated luxury and sustainable lifestyle goods. Save 10% with the code TikTok10. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to You Have to Wear Something, the podcast where fashion meets culture, history, and style with a dash of empowerment. I'm still your host, Nicole. Let's catch up. I know y'all probably sick of hearing about Law Roach and Zendaya, but I'm not. Because, well, I'm still rooting for everyone Black. And when it comes to Black people in the fashion industry, there is absolutely no room for us to thrive. So this partnership has been like a godsend to all of us fashion fans with the deep tans. Yeah, I know all about that controversy with the antique earrings on loan from a gallery, and I know that the academics are big mad, y'all. But y'all act like Zendaya dug up the earrings herself. She plays Athena in The Odyssey, and theme dressing is Law and Zendaya's specialty. Listen, sis is having an iconic run this year, from the drama press run to the Odyssey to Spider-Man with her new husband Tom Holland, and let's not forget about Dune Part 3 at the end of the year. What could possibly top the Mugler robot look, right? And do you know how many Kristen Stewart, Jennifer Lawrence, the Fanning sisters, and so on, other starlets or it girls that we have been forced to love no matter what? I hope Z and Law never ever remove their feet from our necks. From the wings on that métier fécal dress to the Schiaparelli scooped right off the couture runway, there is no limit to what this duo can do. But I think the sweetest homage for those that love history, like me, was the Willi Smith look taken right out of the 1987 Spider-Man comic book. Willi Smith is not a household name, so this was very intentional and thoughtful. Willi Smith was an American fashion designer. At the time of his death, Smith was regarded as one of the most successful Black designers in the fashion industry. His company, Willi Wear, was launched in 1976, and by 1986, he had grossed over $25 million in sales. He created street couture, which means what? Comfortable, relaxed, and affordable clothes designed for real life rather than runway fantasy. So Law partnered with Laquan Smith, listen, maybe they cousins, y'all, to design a dress MJ wore in a comic book. He recreated a black and white striped dress featuring a halter neckline, a plunging V front, and a dramatic red satin hem ruffle. Did I mention I was rooting for everyone Black? Another recent collaboration near and dear to my senses is the latest Ralph Lauren Times G's Bin collection. It's a limited edition collaboration that was just launched as part of the Ralph Lauren Artist in Residence program. G's Bin, which is actually Boykin, is in rural Alabama. It features apparel and home goods designed with fourth-generation textile artists. Some of them are Claudia Petway Charlie, a fifth-generation artist, Loretta Petway Bennett, and they're all from the historic Black quilting community of G's Bend, Alabama. The quilting tradition in G's Bend, Alabama goes way back to the 19th century. Enslaved women on the local cotton plantation first created the quilts out of a necessity to keep their families warm in the cold, unheated homes. Even the Petway name comes from the plantation that owned their ancestors. The featured artists, Claudia Petway Charlie and Loretta Petway Bennett, represent generations of G's Bend quilters whose bold, geometric, and improvisational abstract designs are celebrated as an American high art being shown in museums. This collab translates the vibrant visual language of G's Bend heritage quilts into contemporary clothing, accessories, and home items like patchwork jackets and tote bags. G's Bend is pretty isolated, and the quilters often struggle to make ends meet. But from July 1st, 2026 through July 1st, 2028, 5% of the retail sales will go to the Equal Justice Initiative to support Alabama hunger relief programming. there has been criticism of commodifying their struggle while elevating their craft in elite spaces, usually white spaces. The larger quilts often cost thousands of dollars, and there's been several books on G's Ben released, but more support is always needed. Outside of Ralph Lauren, you can support G's Ben through the nonprofit Souls Grown Deep or the Etsy store Georgie's Way Quilts. And until next time, peace.